Ned looked down at the piece of paper. "So these are all people that the IRA wants to kill?" "That's how things look on the face of it, certainly," Oliver conceded. "But how things are and how things look aren't always the same." Ned examined the list of names. "I don't see what else it could mean," he said. "These are all politicians and generals and things, aren't they?" "Well, maybe we are supposed to think that they're targets. Maybe your friend Leclerc believed that you would open the letter out of curiosity, get suspicious and show it to your father. Maybe the whole idea is to make us run around wasting a lot of time, effort and manpower laying on extra protection, while their real targets lie elsewhere. Or maybe the envelope has been impregnated with some deadly bug, and the plan was for you to pass the infection on to your father, who in turn would pass it on to the entire cabinet. Maybe that's why Leclerc fell ill and died. Maybe he'd been a bit careless with the old microbes. Oh, my God! Or there's another maybe. Maybe they planted that cannabis on you and then tipped off the police just in order to winkle me out and follow us here. Maybe they're in a van outside now with a mortar trained on this very room. Maybe 1,000 things we don't know. There are as many maybes as there are seconds in a century, but this one thing I can tell you for certain," Oliver said, drawing up a chair opposite Ned. "We won't know anything until you've told me the whole story from start to finish. I hope you can agree with that." "Of course, absolutely." "Good. I've been very frank with you, and now you can repay the compliment. You give me everything you've got, and before you know it, Mr. Gain will be driving us back to London. You'll be home and in the bosom of your family before the news at 10. That's a promise. You don't mind a tape recorder, I suppose?" "No," said Ned, "not at all." "Excellent. Sit you there and drink your milk. Be back in a tick." Who bloody rah! Oliver's mind raced ahead as he went through into the sitting-room. If he got back to town, sketched out a preliminary report and left Stapleton to make the security calls, he could be heading out to the country by midnight. Maybe his weekend could be salvaged after all. "As you were, Gain. Where's the Revox?" "Cupboard under the bookshelf, sir. I'll fetch it." Oliver picked up the Evening Standard quick crossword against which Mr. Gain had been pitting his mighty wits. "There's your problem. Effed." "Sir?" "4 across. Newt. You've put rat. Should be effed." "Ah. Why rat, incidentally?" "Well, Mr. Delft, sir," said Mr. Gain, handing Oliver the tape recorder. "Pissed as a rat. Pissed as a newt." "How silly of me," said Oliver, marvelling once more at Gain's unusual thought processes. "Well, we shouldn't be much more than an hour. Oh, be a hero and fill the rover up with petrol, will you? There should be some jerry cans in the garage." "Have done, sir." "Good man. Oh, and Gain?" "Sir?" "You're sure we weren't tailed on the way up?" "Sir?" Mr. Gain was deeply reproachful. "Thought not. Just checking." "So, to begin at the beginning. When did you first meet this Paddy Leclerc?" On and on came the questions, one after another. Ned had been talking for over an hour now, and still they hadn't come to the last night on board the Orfana. Oliver had wanted to know not just every detail of every previous trip abroad, but of every term-time meeting of the sailing club, too. "You're doing well, Ned. Very well. Not too far to go now. Where were we? Ah, yes, Ireland, the Giant's Causeway. 2 hours he was away while you boys played on the beach and gasped with pleasure at the rock formations. 2 hours exactly? 1.5 hours, perhaps. 2 at the most. And when he came back, he was on his own? I definitely didn't see anyone with him. And then you set off for Oban again, sailing through the night. What time was that?" 8:35. I helped with the log. I told you." Just making sure. Now, describe the conditions to me. There's a new moon rising just now, isn't there? You can see it through the window. So, 2 nights ago it must have been pretty dark. There you were, out to sea, hugging a barren coast. Pitch black, I should think, but only for an hour or so at the most this time of year. Am I right? And on came the questions. Oliver was naturally thorough because he was trained to be, but he was covering the ground with especial care now because he had no wish to have to haul Ned back at some later date to go over any questions that he might have missed. There would be enough work in the coming weeks, interviewing the boys' headmaster, other members of the school bloody sailing club, as well as witnesses in Oban and Tobermory and Holland and a dozen other places besides. I could tell at once he was very seriously ill. Sent Cade off to find a bottle of whisky. No, Jameson's. Seemed to find it funny. Made me swear. Whatever was most holy to me. Oliver drained his wine-glass. Excellent, excellent. And the envelope came from where? Well, a shop, I suppose, a stationer's. He never said. No. He produced it from where? His pocket? A safe? What? Oh, I see. From a small bag. It was on the chart table. Colour? Red. It was red nylon. Any maker's name? Adidas? Fila? That sort of thing? No. Pretty sure not. Good. Your chum Rufus Cade still out of earshot, was he? Oh, yes, definitely. You're sure of that? You could see the hatchway from where you were? No, but Paddy could, and he would have seen if Rufus had come back. Fair point. On we go. Well, that's when he told me to deliver the letter. There's nothing on the envelope, not written in invisible ink, is it? No, Ned grinned at the idea. He made me memorize the name and address. Which were? I was to deliver it to Philip R. Blackrow, 13 Heron Square, London SW1.